Hello, all the fellas in the house, respect, all the ladies in the house. Did you click this video link all by yourself? I'm here to talk to you today about baby names. Now don't go crying for joy to your mum to tell her the good news. You're not pregnant, and this would be a weirdly public way to talk about it. I want to talk about baby names that have been banned because I just found out about it and I think it's really interesting. When I first heard about this, I thought maybe there were some secret names that the government had just said, you are not ever allowed to call your child this ever, and if someone does, then, you know, like you go, well, what are you going to call your child, like the nurse? What are you going to call your child? And they say, oh, I'm going to call him Zafoof. And then the nurse just goes, oh, alright, it's a lovely name. Zafoof, Zafoof, Zafoof. And they're like into a little earpiece. And then suddenly the SWAT team comes down. But that's actually not what it is. In Italy, the law, I'm just reading the law here, courts can step in when the child's name is likely to limit social interaction and create insecurity. So for those reasons, they rejected the name Andrea on a girl because Andrea is an Italian boy's name. They also rejected the name Dalmata because Dalmata is Italian for Dalmatian, and calling a child Dalmatian is stupid. In Norway, a woman was fined for calling her son Bridge. She had to pay a fine for using like an unapproved name, and then she refused to pay the fine and was thrown in jail for 2 days. But that's where that story ends. I don't then know if she was then forced to change the name or if she just served her jail time and that was considered her punishment and then the kid just got to be called Bridge forever. If, I don't know how long ago this happened, so if there's someone in Norway called Bridge that watches me on YouTube, send in a message. In Sweden, tax courts have to approve first names and last names before they'll be allowed, and they have banned IKEA as a name. Again, Metallica. Google, they allowed, because Google's brilliant. In Germany, the government has a whole department which is called, and let me just read it, the Standesamt, which decides if names are suitable. All this time, you thought that naming my children was just a normal process. In Denmark, parents are given a list from the government of about 7,000 names that are allowed to be used, and you can't deviate from the list. You need special permission if you want to name your child something that isn't on that list. Brilliantly, Danish parents tried to get the following names just passed through under special permission: Monkey, Pluto and Anus. All of which were rejected, obviously. In Portugal, there is an 80-page document which contains a list of names that you can choose for your children and a list of names that you can't choose. So it's got specific, you know, allowed and disallowed. I don't know why they need 2 lists. Surely, if it's not on the allowed list, can't have it. That makes more sense. Like, that's what Denmark has done. It's worked well for them. No one's calling their kid Anus. You don't need to write that on a list. And the Portugal list is really arbitrary. Like, Thomas is allowed, but Tom is not allowed. So if Tom Wilson was born in Portugal, he would either have to be called Thomas, or he would not exist, which would be rubbish. And that concludes the list of illegal baby names in a video. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Oh, I don't know if you know, by the way, that I'm now sponsored by Tic Tac, so I have to wear exclusively these colours all the time.